Well, hello guys, welcome back. So somebody asked me a great question actually, and Loki's like, "You're making a video about that," and he even had me do my makeup because he's endearingly sexist. If you're in a relationship with Loki, whether romantic or married or however you see it, is he jealous? Does he get very jealous? Oh hells to the yeah! He will knock stuff down. He will jump right in the middle of time with another god. He will throw a tantrum and he will do petty shit, incredibly petty shit. He will ruin food when he's pissed off at me. That's like the number one way he gets my attention. And I don't care if it's food I made or food I went out to buy. He is the pettiest bitch on the planet, and he is proud of it. Queen bitch, as I call her, comes out. And it's not the feminine side, it's just the queenliest. I've told you about Loki having an openly gay path, and it's the queenliest, bitchiest bitch of all queens ever. And she comes out and she just spiteful and she won't wreck your shit for you. And so he will do that. He has that jealous streak a mile wide. He can usually be pretty damn good. In fact, he can actually be endearingly supportive of like other relationships, marriages, whatever. But he does have a jealous streak. He does get jealous. He does get mad. He does get vengeful. He will try to fuck up other relationships at times. And with me, he does what I call cleaning out his territory, which is he chases all other spouses, whatever you see them as, spouses, lovers, consorts, whatever. Chase them all the fuck out, and then you gotta deal with his contrary ass because now maybe he's hurt. And you had all these others because why am I not enough for you? And then just to be a vengeful bitch, he will make sure you see like 20 or 30 earthly spouses of his talking shit about all the stuff he gave them. He will make sure, I don't care if it's on Pinterest or Instagram or it pops up in your YouTube feed and you never look for this shit, he will make sure because he's a spiteful bitch at times. And I love him. And I'll say, baby, we have talked about this. I don't care if I run into other spouses or something, but those people at Showboat. I said, baby, we have talked about this. Don't you be doing this because I know you're doing this to be a petty bitch, but you haven't been around and the others have. He doesn't care. He gets jealous. He gets very jealous. Most of the time, he's good. Most of the time, he's good. But he's a very complicated god, and Lokeans will often say, we don't. Loki doesn't even know why he does half the shit he does. He does not. You can ask him, and he will just get that confused look on his face, like, I don't know. It just seemed like a good idea at the time. And he will get jealous. Can you deal with it? It depends on how much he did. Sometimes he chases away other gods, and then it takes time to rebuild a relationship, or you can't, or they just see you very rarely. They still care about you, but Loki's a bit much, and Loki's standing there at the door, like at them, and I go, ooh, ferocious. And he's like that. He's very, I'm going to say this in the most loving way possible, and Lokeans will nod and go, yeah, he can very much support women and be an ultra feminist, but at the same exact time, he's a chauvinist pig, and you are his woman, and nobody talking to you, nobody looking at you. And I looked at him and I said, how can you do both of those things at once? And he's like, what? I said, you liberate women and treat them with respect and teach them to love themselves and value their body and dress how they want and everything else. But then you flip and my female, and you're telling them how to dress and everything else. And he doesn't even see it as, a conflict of interest. He can be, the most supportive guy in your life and backing you up and yay feminism. And then he's like, we're back thousands of years ago and he has hit you over the head with a club and he's dragging you off to his lair. He's a mill. That's all I can say. Sorry, guys, but he can be like that. And, the thing is, I think he realizes his jealousy, a lot of his jealousy can come from insecurity. Loki can be afraid at times of being replaced. Again, he's a god of contrast. There are days where he's the best fucking thing you have in your life and you should be grateful. And there are days where he's hideously insecure that even if you knew every god, goddess, and being in existence, he would still be afraid that one would come out of somewhere that you didn't know that would drive up, like we talk about, in the Mercedes. give you the Mercedes and the yacht and the everything else you've ever wanted. He's really afraid of that. Even though no god ever has worked like that, he's afraid you will find someone younger or prettier. He's really fucking sensitive about his age, but he's afraid you're going to find someone younger or prettier or more charming or that you have more fun with or can make you laugh more, or he's endearing. That's why you don't choke him when he's being a spiteful little shit. So he's really, really complex. But can he get jealous and spiteful? Yes, but we all can. Usually when he gets jealous with me because it hurts me, because he knows it hurts me, he will make sure he makes me jealous. He will rub stuff in my face, even though that's one of our rules. Because he's just like that. He's very much. You ever see James Cagney in the movies, how he treated those women kind of shit, to be honest? But they loved him anyhow, and women swooned because they said he was treating them as equals, but he would like smash a pie in a woman's face or something. And he was kind of shit towards women, but he could usually also be charming and whatever, whatever. And so women kind of took it, and women kind of like that. It's kind of that energy. He's usually going to be gentle and kind and funny and cool to hang out with. But then it's like the kind, gentle, funny boyfriend, husband, whatever is gone, and that edgy guy from the streets from the 1980s movies is beside you, and he's just looking to rumble, and hey baby, I hope you know this is the real me. You're just kind of looking at him. And did he look at you? He looked at you. I'm gonna go fuck him up. And it's like a priest or something. And you're like, oh baby Jesus. So, so, so yeah, he can get jealous. He's usually not terrible. He's not going to physically harm you. It's gonna be his revenge is whatever freaks you out. If finding something gross in your food freaks you out, that's what he's going to do. If bugs freak you out, that's what he's going to do. If disturbing something freaks you out, that's what he's going to do. Maybe none of that stuff bothers you, so he might shove other relationships in your face, or he might make packages get lost in the mail, or he might break shit. It depends on if he feels betrayed. And believe me, he has enough of a jealous streak that he will claim that you cheated on him with beings that don't exist. He once strode up to me and said, I know you slept with so and so. And I'm like, who is this? Who is this? And I'm like, did I get drunk at a party once? And turned out to be like some guy that like lives in Texas or Houston or Seattle or something. I'm like, baby, I live here. I think you're thinking about Sleepless in Seattle. I haven't slept with this guy. I don't think he's real. And he's kind of a little cracked in the head, but usually he's okay. If you take all the crazy shit he's done over the decades and you put it all together at once, it looks pretty fucking horrible. But he's usually okay. And sometimes being jealous, since we're talking to adults, is a sexy turn on to him. Sometimes he likes it. And, sometimes he wants you to make him jealous. So he's very, very fucking strange. Shut up, Loki. Goes just reverse that too. Ah! And he's endearingly chauvinistic at times. Like I said, he was like telling me how to do my makeup today and everything else, but he's very fucking good at makeup. He knows I'm legally blind and I have essential tremors, but he's like, fuck that noise, you're still doing makeup. I don't give a shit what it looks like. I want my girl makeup. And I'm like, you're such a sexist pig. I know. So he doesn't care. He will put on makeup with you. He will. He'll put on makeup and perfume and pretties. What I haven't done in years, and I'm getting a little back here, is I used to put perfume on me until I got fucking sensitive to everything, and then I would put perfume on his wax statue, and he loved it. And you can give him little bits of makeup on that too. He will. And I know sometimes I think from being gender fluid in that I'm just really accepting of it, and I think sometimes, no offense straight people, but I think sometimes straight people take that the wrong way. He's not doing it as a kinky, shameful fetish. It's just how he is. He thinks he's gorgeous and glamorous. Of course, he's gonna fucking wear more makeup than David Bowie. So yeah, he is a gorgeous creature, and he knows it, and therefore he has a reason to be spiteful. It's why I associate him with cats. You ever live with a cat? Fucking spiteful motherfuckers, aren't they? You're sitting there existing, and they look at you like you fucking looked at another cat, and you're not even watching anything with cats, and they come over and they go pow right in your face, and you're like, the fuck I even do? He's got that. He's not gonna ever hate you. He's not going to ever do anything truly traumatic. It's not like, I've heard crazy ass stories about him. He's not going to like burn your house down or make you get in a car wreck or something. But he is going to be spiteful. He is going to let you see he's jealous. He is going to let you see he's hurt. It's Loki. So and as you see, he's kind of like until he gets bored with this new toy. And I tell you guys that to keep it real. He's taken over and he's dictating what we're going to talk about in the videos. And I was like, well, it was inspiration anyhow, so that did seem good. So at least we're agreeing on this one. But yeah, he can be jealous, but it's never to a point where, he's really going to hurt you. He's not that kind of god. Most gods aren't, but it's why he will get in knockdown, drag out fights with some of the other gods, and you kind of have to roll with it. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks to the person for the question because it was good. Yeah, any god's gonna get jealous. Any god you're married to. The old man. Oh my god, the old man's fucking scary. The old man's even worse in a lot of ways because he's like, you know who you can't be married to? A dead god. You can't kill a god. What are you going to do? Odin? No. And, and then they're just missing for a while. Or Asmodeus will come back in and be walking around like this, and you'll get the idea that he's like all physically banged up, and like Odin's all physically banged up. What the fuck did you two do? Nothing. And Asmodeus is like, I won, just so you know I won. They all do it. I don't know if they do it because we expect it or they do it because they're just territorial and they don't want to share. The God of the Bible is not the only God to be like at other gods. So, I'm getting yacht. So if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.